Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. See, if you really look at and think clearly, why do we come to school? Why do you come to college? What will happen if you do not come to school at all? There are a lot of other creatures, they don't have a school. A dog or a cow, lion, they don't have a school. Maybe they may be trained. But why is that human beings alone are taken through a process of education? The only reason is we want to add value to the society. Animals, do they add value to the society? In the society, there are a lot of problems coming up. New problems are coming, new diseases are coming, new challenges are coming for the mankind. You don't see any animals working together to find a solution for a dengue fever. If there is an economic recession, human beings put their heads together and come out with a solution. If there is a natural calamity like tsunami, human beings think and come out with a solution. There is a fire, forest fire. So a society will have problems and human beings will have to solve and make this planet a better place to live. That is why we come to school. That is why we go to college, we go to universities. So we want to add value to the society. Value addition. We talk about VAT, value addition tax we talk about. The more value that you add to the society, the more valuable you become. Your value depends upon the value that you add to the society. If you add less value, your value is less. If you add more value, your value is more. Why a particular artist is paid more money than an ordinary artist? Why a particular leader is given more importance? Because the more he adds value to the society, the more valuable he becomes. I want to give a small demonstration so that you understand. What is this? It is a clay. So it is a clay. So I drop it. None of you raise any noise about it. After all, clay, I can go and get more clay. What is this? This is a pot. The raw material is the same, isn't it? What happens? Why some of you are surprised? That's also clay? Yes or no? That is also clay. When I dropped the clay, you were just like that. I didn't notice anything. But the moment I dropped a pot, some of you are surprised. Shall I drop this? Shall I drop it? Shall I? Definitely? Now, honestly tell me, how many of you feel, oh, I said drop, I thought sir will not drop, but he has dropped. Honestly tell me, yes or no? Now, why is this reaction? After all, it is clay. Clay manifesting in different forms. A clay, raw clay, you don't bother. A pot has transformed from clay shape to a pot shape. A porcelain cup also is transformed. But why is that? we are more shocked, we are feeling not comfortable. Oh, if I only had not said yes, sir would not have dropped it. Yes or no? You look at the life history of a clay. From clay, the pot withstood maybe 100 degrees centigrade temperature. When you go to a village, when you see the pot making industry, you will find the pot maker will make it, and then he will cover it with firewoods and heat it up. It will stand only about 100 degrees or so heat, and it becomes a clay. Because it withstood only 100 degrees of temperature, only to that extent it is respected, it is valued. But if you ask the porcelain will tell, oh, I withstood 1400 degrees of temperature. People burnt me. I could not accept it, but I accepted it. I transformed myself into a porcelain. When you transform yourself into a porcelain, you become more valuable. Please understand what I am trying to say. The question is, are you willing to suffer? Suffering is not that somebody is torturing you, somebody is cutting your limbs, somebody is poking a needle on your hand. No, that is not the top of suffering, the type of suffering I am talking about. I am talking about the suffering of sacrificing sleep if necessary, sacrificing entertainment if it is necessary, becoming disciplined, setting yourself time limits for everything, and focusing all your attention to become a porcelain. This salary that you are going to draw when you are in the mid-20s depends upon how much value addition you are going to make to the society. Ever so many presidents have decorated the seat of our Rashtrapati Bhavan. Why is that one president is remembered, Dr. Abdul Kalam? He has made such a big difference in the lives of the youth of this country. So ask yourself, am I transforming? Inside, am I transforming? Am I becoming more valuable? What did I do yesterday which made me more valuable today? What I'm going to do today to make me even more valuable tomorrow? In the next 5 years' time, how much value I'm going to add to myself so that I add the same value to the society? I want to end this with a small little story. I have said this several times, but I want to repeat it once again so that you understand what I mean to decorate a particular place, how much sacrifice you should have gone through. A sculptor wanted to make a huge idol of some deity. And so he went in search of a rock, a mountain, and he brought and made a beautiful statue. And people started worshipping the statue. They started doing abhishek of milk, honey, and all that stuff. There was a stone outside the temple, and the stone was looking at this idol being worshipped, being revered. And one day the stone asked, hello, do you remember? Both of us were in the same mountain. Remember those days? Now look at, after so many years, people are respecting you, people are worshipping you, people are giving the utmost respect to you. VIPs come and visit. VIPs come and wait for your darshan. But look at me, I am on the road. Every dog goes the side, dirties me. If a crow drops something, nobody is there. Now both of us were in the same place. Why is that God has made you so important and valuable? Why am I being treated like this? And this statue said, my dear friend, it is true, both of us were in the same mountain. it is true that we grew up with the same material. But in between 20 years, do you know what happened? They brought me here. They also brought you here. And they chiseled me. They took a hammer and chisel and punctured all my body. It was very painful. I withstood all this. But then I said, maybe something good is happening. It is painful, but let me go through this pain. And then once the statue was made, they started looking at me in a different way. I realized when I was a stone, people looked at me differently, but the same people look at me differently. Something should have happened to me. And then they immersed me in water for 48 days. I could not breathe. I was suffocating. I thought I'm going to die. One day they lifted me, and at that day they revered me much more. I said, what is happening to me? I'm becoming more important. And then they immersed me in dhanyam, which is nell, paddy, for 48 days. It was very itching. I found it very, very difficult, but I withstood. Then they immersed me in water. They immersed me in water in a temple tank. I could not breathe. I was finding it very, very difficult. After all this, one day they installed me. When I opened my eyes, there were hundreds and thousands of people wanting to worship. I went through all this in my life. Tell me, what suffering have you gone through? What is that you have gone through? Now tell me, is my value, is it because I am a stone or because somebody added value to me? And somebody added value to me, I withstood. Same thing happens in a school. All of us want to add value to you. We want to teach you mathematics, we want to teach you commerce, accountancy, we want to teach you social science, good manners, etiquette. We want to we want to teach you good manners, discipline. Painful it will be. Painful it will be. But ultimately, one day you will realize, oh, I have evolved, I have transformed. And in about 10 years later, you will start comparing, who are all my classmates? Who all studied with me? Where are they now? Where am I now? And the only difference which will make the difference is, are you willing to suffer the pain of discipline, or are you going to hate the pain of discipline? No pain, no gain. I want you to think for a few minutes, and I want you to take a resolution. Take your hand. I have a dream. I have infinite hidden talent inside me. The school, the teachers, the parents are interested to give me a platform where I can blossom into a valuable person. From today, I take total responsibility for my life. Every day, before going to bed, I will ask myself, have I added value to me? Every month, I will do an audit on how much value I have added to myself. Now, I understand. Adding value to myself, I will be adding value to the society. And the society will add the same value to me. From this minute, I resolve to become a value-driven person. This is the message I thought I should give you today.
We build personality. Of course, we also educate. Shri R.M. Jain Vidyashram, VM Nagar, Tiruvallur.